Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your Dungeon Master tonight as we finally return to In Search of the Unknown. How's it going, everybody?
Howdy.
Back. Good to be back.
Yeah.
It does feel good to be back. Feels like home.
And rested and ready.
Yeah. We got Chris, Nate, Tim, John, and Jeff back for the Charcoalition as they try to figure out what exactly is in this fortress of Quascatin. And I know that we're all happy to be back. I hope you're all happy to be here. Hello to our YouTube chat. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, what are you doing? Go back, watch all the other stuff. If you've been watching us for all these months, years even, missed you all. Missed you all. As you know, I've been out with my leg. I did my ACL surgery 2 weeks ago, actually, to this day. 2 weeks ago. So we took 2 weeks off, and we're back, excited to play, ready to go, ready to jump back into these room of pools. But, oh, I hear an echo. Is that me or you?
That was my phone.
Okay, good. I just thought it was something I did. And before we jump into the game today, I do have to talk about a couple things. I promised that there would be an announcement today.
Oh, yeah.
So that's coming in a second.
You didn't tell me I had to tell everyone tonight.
I mentioned it in Discord, I think. Or
You did.
Yeah, Discord, yeah. And if you don't follow us on Discord, you should. Links down in the description. Same with all the other social media. I've been posting all about updates, things like when we delay a game or, that this game was on this week. So check Discord and all the social media. That's how you stay up to date on everything going on here, Tabletop Bob. And I will say the big announcement. Should I say it now or should I say it at the end? That's weird, right? We don't do anything at the end.
We do it at the beginning. We do it at the beginning. That's how we do things.
We do it at the beginning. You're right. It warms us up, right?
Delayed gratification is not our long suit.
There you go. Well, okay, here it is, everybody. Here's the news, so to speak. We are going to be playing In Search of the Unknown for 2 weeks. So this week and next week. Next week will be the finale of In Search of the Unknown. That makes this one of my favorite words, the penultimate.
Penultimate.
The
penultimate episode.
Used properly. All right.
Penultimate. I've been told that's not the way it's pronounced.
Okay, tell her.
That's what I've been. Yes. Thank you. So the penultimate episode tonight and then finale next week. I mean, this is a mini series anyway, but still, I feel like we're building to a big finale next week. So that's not the big announcement. But the big announcement is in 3 weeks, which is going to be September 25th. No, September. Yeah, 2 weeks, September 25th. We're starting it. Vecna, Eve of Ruin, episode 1 will be. Yeah. Now, this crew, you may not see them for a minute. They, well, it depends on what happens next week and this week and next week. But they may not be there for the introduction, but I guarantee you some of them will be there for parts of Vecna. We'll have to find out when. Maybe we'll get a glimpse into the future soon. So anyway, that's the big announcement. So Vecna Eve of Ruin starting on the 25th, and we'll have more information about that over the next week or so. I'll be posting some things to kind of promote it, trying to get more people to jump on board and watch it. But it's starting, everybody. It's happening. And one last thing before we play our game tonight. Before I had my surgery, I asked all of you for recommendations of movies. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I watched quite a bit of TV while I was laid up in bed. For the first few days, I was feeling okay. Like day 1 of the surgery, I didn't feel terrible. All the good drugs they gave me were kicked in, and I didn't feel bad. It wasn't until like the next night that I started to feel a little oof, like my leg. And then I got sick, or that could have been a reaction to surgery. I had not such a fun time day 3, 4, and 5. But you guys gave me movies, and I watched, and it kept me entertained, kept me mind focused. And I must say, some good ones here. I'm going to give you a quick, like rapid fire review. Ready? Here we go. Nate, you suggested Stardust. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. And I think Jeff quoted it as saying very similar to Princess Bride. I agree 100%. It felt like a D&D adventure. I was inspired. I texted you all as it. I was like, this is better than the D&D movie. Excellent
That's
job. Great
Good
recommendation,
movie.
Nate. Great recommendation.
Neil
Then-
Gaiman.
Excellent.
What's
Glad you
that,
liked
Joe?
it.
Thank you. Thank you. And then I took Jeff's recommendation, and I
Mhm.
wanted to watch, I forget which one I searched first, but it wasn't available on whatever platforms I had. So I ended up watching Outland with Sean Connery.
Mhm.
Another excellent movie. I was at the moment when he's there and there's these like guys coming on the next shipment to like kill him. I felt like trapped. I was right there with him. I was thinking, how would I get out of this? It was unbelievable. Great job, great acting, and great miniatures in that too. There was
Yeah,
like a big
I'm glad it holds up. I haven't seen it in a long time.
yeah, really good. Loved it. Then I went over to Chris. Chris suggested Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and I think Nate even echoed the sentiments. It's a must-see. And, man, you're on the edge of your seat the whole movie. You have no idea where it's going, or you have an idea, I guess, but you don't know how they're going to get there, and you're on the edge of your seat the whole time. Classic Spielberg. Great job. Tim. Oh, Tim. Sweet
Yeah.
Tim.
Uh,
Wind River, you were so right about this. Do not watch it with children.
Yeah.
Number one. And number two, it was such a like intense thriller, and my wife is not really into like things that are super violent or anything like that, but she like was watching a little bit of it with me, and then she just got glued to it as well. So for the last like hour and 20 minutes, she watched it, which is that says a lot. She's very particular with movies, and I don't want to say anything because it kind of was just an awesome mystery. So you got to watch Wind River. Jeremy Renner, the best I've ever seen him. So
yeah.
Then John, unfortunately, none of your things were available.
That sounds about right.
They weren't available anywhere. And the one thing that was available was that YouTube show, but I didn't want to watch a TV show. So I didn't watch
I would have
any-
dropped off the DVDs for you. I own everything I recommended.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
Do
I
you
have to
still
that.
have a DVD player?
I do. Yeah, maybe we'll have to do that.
We
Well,
only got it on Betamax, so
Even Greyhawk Exile agrees. Army of Darkness, worth a watch.
Yeah. Well, actually, so that was the one where I was like, I'm a completionist. I didn't want to jump ahead. I wanted to watch. If I was going to watch it, I want to kind of watch them in order.
Evil
So
Dead and
yeah. So one day I'm going to take, I'm going to go down that path and do a deep dive. However,
I mean, it's among the great trilogies of all time.
I've heard.
No, not
and
really.
It's no, I've heard it's must see if you like horror movies. So it's campy, and that's what I know a little bit about it from just being around. But one day. So sorry, John, I didn't watch yours yet, but
It's all good.
I'll get to it. But Chris and Jeff both know a friend of ours, Ed. He helps run BFS, our gaming club. When I was away with him at ATC, he gave me a list of movies. I have been meaning to take a deep dive into another director. I haven't seen any David Lynch movies.
Wow.
So I took a deep dive, and once I watched Blue Velvet, I was kind of like, I'm in. And I watched that. I watched a whole bunch, but I ended up my favorite movie. My favorite movie I've seen in a long, long time is Mulholland Drive. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. Have you ever seen it?
I
No?
don't think I've seen it. I know about it, but I don't think I've seen it.
Man. This is the one I'm recommending to all of you, okay? Mulholland Drive, a masterpiece of cinema. One of the best movies I've seen in a long, long time. All your movies were great, but they suck compared to this one. No, I'm just kidding. Very different genre, so they're so different. But I highly recommend that one to you all. So that's my rapid fire breakdown of all the movies. And John, eventually I'll get on The Evil Dead. All right.
Sweet.
All right. All right. So who wants to talk about movies for another hour and a half?
I'm in.
I could.
Let's play some D&D. You ready for this?
Do we have to?
Sure.
We do. Because
I just want to go
everyone's
for a
been-
little swim before we start. I'm feeling a little tight in this castle.
Can't
Okay,
swim.
well, I know where there's some pools.
That's a good segue. We have, of course, we left off our heroes in the Hall of Pools. Now, there's a bit to get to the pools first before we recap here. But the pools came last, but you met a tiefling named Sable. Now, this is weird because tieflings, or at least I shouldn't say tieflings don't exist because Eric Lavernus is living proof that they do. However, it's not common that they would present themselves to other people. At least it would be a secret. And Sable, this tiefling you met from a place called the Sword Coast, has mentioned that she got trapped here in Quasqueton and needs to get out. And there's 2 places here that she hasn't checked really that thoroughly, but they have intrigued her, and she feels like they've got to be some sort of point of getting out of here. And one is the Room of Pools, and the other is Rogan's Quarters. Rogan's Quarters had 4 very unique tapestries and a very ornately decorated room. She feels like there's got to be something to getting out of here in his room. He was, of course, the master of this keep. And then, of course, the room with the pools was just strange. She hasn't really inspected it too much, but she knows that in one of the pools, which is filled with acid, there is a brass key at the bottom. And so that's where we left off in the Hall of Pools. We're going to switch over to our Roll20 screen right now so that we can jump into the action. Any questions or any comments? All right, let's begin. Do it. I'll switch us over, though. Here we go. Oh, and I think I'm probably... Yeah, actually, with our... Yeah, I got to rejoin as a player. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Sable says to all, "See, I told you there were strange pools in here. The key must be the answer."
Great point.
Now, do you want me to review the pools really quickly? It's been 2
Don't
weeks
mind.
since we played,
Yeah.
So, really quickly, the first pool is clearly radiating some sort of magic. You can see an aura from it, and it's pink and goopy. Then B, we're going to go in order here from left to right, going bottom to top. The second one is the pool with acid. This is right here. It's clear liquid. It kind of looked like water, but it's a little bit carbonated, basically, is what it looks like. When you put some object in it, I think we tested with a piece of metal or something, a dagger or something like that, it eroded it very quickly. Then you have C, which is a murky gray syrup in the pool. All of these pools, by the way, are about 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet. So they're just kind of like circular pools that go about 10 feet into the ground. E was a pool filled with what looked like icy cold water. Just looks like water, maybe some ice forming on it, but generally speaking, water. F was wine, filled with a deep red wine. G was a dry pool. There was nothing in it. Doesn't even look like there's anything that was in it. There's a yellowish ceramic material that's kind of coats the pool, but that's about it. H was bubbling water, kind of like boiling water, steaming hot. I was a greenish liquid with varying shades. Nope, that's J. Never mind, I lied to you. I is a shimmering pool, so it looks kind of like water that might be like, I don't know, it kind of looks like water mostly, but it glistens and radiates. Clearly magical of some sort, but not too sure what the effects would be. Then, like I said, J is the slimy green pool. K is the fish pool. There's koi fish in it and filled with water otherwise. L is the ice pool. It's filled with what looks like maybe dry ice, steaming dry ice. M is a pool filled with gold at the bottom and water else or otherwise. And the final one was a pool that was almost empty, but there's maybe like a foot of liquid at the bottom, and it looks like water. Other than that, it looks, like I said, maybe less filled. It's just water.
Which one had the fish then?
K.
Okay.
And you can even see on the map, shout out to I have the artist link in the description. It's escaping me now, but Pintar, John Pintar. There's a little fish you can see if you zoom in, and I will do that.
I do see it.
You can see little orange fish, little Nemos. Okay. So, you may discuss.
I feel like this is one of those. I don't know if this is a puzzle, but it's one of those situations where it's going to seem overwhelmingly complicated until we just start trying things. You know what I mean?
I love the idea of just dumping stuff in other pools. Let's do it. I go and I lunge for the dry ice.
What are you trying to use to gather the ice? Are you
Sorry,
bare-
wait, your hands, they're valuable.
I have my leather gloves on.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we're
Does
going
that
to
work?
the-
I don't know enough about dry ice.
I mean, it's fitting for Sasori.
Pyro just shakes his head.
You want to try it, John? You want to pick up some of the ice?
I gotta pick up some of the ice, not
Wait
the...
a second. Wait.
Ice,
Wait.
baby.
The steaming ice would be scary. I'll pick up the ice that's not
Wait
steaming.
a second.
Yes?
I reach into my my bag. Let's see if I can help you at least from killing yourself. Wait, just wait a second. And,
I'm like
It
totally
is probably-
frozen.
I was going to say it's probably highly doubtful that any of you have ever seen dry ice. Like your characters, obviously.
Yeah, but smoking ice is a little weird.
Yeah. So do you want to grab a piece of it or no?
there's nothing I can do for you.
No, I'm gonna go for the ice.
Ice baby?
D? C? Which pool had the like cold water little ice?
E has like
Perfect.
cool, like cold water in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to
looks
grab a chunk of ice off the top of that. Let's see what happens. I hope I have fingers when I'm done.
It feels like water. You run your gloved hand through it. Feels like water. Runs out of your fingertips.
All right, I pick up an ice cube off the top.
But I
Okay.
think we're confused.
But
There's-
I don't think there's ice in this pool, John.
Oh, I
So
thought you
there's
told me
no
there
ice
was
in
ice.
E.
I
No,
thought
no.
you said there was ice forming.
Ice
Okay.
ice is forming, but you know how like on a
Oh.
like a lake where like it's just starting to freeze. It's like if you touch it, it's gonna break apart, turn back
Are
into
we
water.
talking about E or are
Okay.
we talking about L?
E.
I think he's talking about E now. He moved his token to E.
Oh, E has ice in it?
It's so cold that ice is beginning to form,
It's
like,
like
naturally.
slush.
Yeah, like slush on the top. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah. If
And
you
which
stick
one
your
ha-
I
hand-
didn't pick that up.
No.
And
Which
L
one has
had
the
dry
key?
ice.
Yep.
Which
L
one
is
has
dry
the
ice.
key?
Key is in B.
Cool. So I'm gonna take. I see it touching my hand. I'm gonna take out like my beer mug, and fill it up with water, and then go dump it in B.
Sure. You take the mug, you fill the tankard, and you go over there and just kind of dump, however many ounces it would be into the pool, and it almost like steams as the acid and it integrate, and it doesn't look like it disturbed the water too much. Or disturbed the B pool as much.
I do it again and again until someone tells me to stop.
Great. Can I see to the bottom of E? I don't tell him to stop.
The drinking pool? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can
The
see
drinking pool. Oh, okay.
Wine?
Oh, no,
Well,
sorry. The E is the water pool, right?
Yep.
E
Yeah.
is just cold water, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you
our
can-
sense, it appears to be potable.
It appears to be water, for sure.
Okay.
I'm walking around and seeing. I'm like marking off the ones I can see to the bottom too.
I can
And,
tell you
I
that. You want me to
wanna-
tell you which ones you can see the bottom to?
Yes.
B. E.
Great.
Let's see. I would say F. You can see further than most the wine, but after maybe like halfway, you lose sight.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, G, the dry pool, 100%. You can see to the bottom. H, the boiling water pool, you can see to the bottom. I, the one that's shimmery water, some sort of magical aura, you can see to the bottom. The koi pool, the K, the fish pool. M, the one with treasure in it, you can see that one. And N, the one that has like a kind of like just a foot of water in it at the bottom. You can see
Okay.
that one. Yep.
Bob, I'm sorry to make you repeat it. I'm trying to label them as I go. Can you just tell me J and D, please?
J is green, like slimy, viscous something.
Got it. Got
And-
it.
What was the other one?
D, I'm missing.
D.
Also, Jeff wrote them in the chat up above.
Oh, perfect. Never
where we
mind. Sorry.
started.
Okay. Got it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll add them.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Sorry about that.
So just to be clear, though, D is actually the slime, and this one is a greenish, swirly pattern liquid, varying shades of green. So D is the green slimy material, and J is the green, swirly, different shades of green liquid.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When I copy pasted into the chat, it didn't pick up the
we're good.
the
We're
list labels, the ABC.
No worries. All right, so that is, I would say, that's pretty much what you get by just observing them. What you can see, what's in them, how far down.
All right, as I
Where do you
keep
wanna go?
walking back and forth and being exacerbated, come on, everyone, help! You know, if you're drinking a lot of whiskey and you put water in it, it's less whiskey. So let's keep adding water to it.
The pool with the key, the acid pool, it's full near to the top.
They're all, unless I told you it's like empty, more empty than others, they're all filled to the top.
Okay.
Mohag
don't-
is going to go over here. Did we talk about 2 pools, though? I feel like we did inspect some of them, right?
We inspected the one with the fake gold because that's how we knew it was fake.
Yeah.
Did we inspect that, or did Sable tell us that?
Sable told you that. Yeah, I think she told
I
you
don't
that.
think we followed up on that yet.
Oh, so I immediately don't trust that.
Yeah, I don't trust it.
And then I think Chris tried to use, or Hieronymus tried to use Mage Hand in
Yeah.
the pool of acid, and it dispelled when it hit the acid. Okay. All right.
Does anyone have any glass?
Mohag says, I do.
Try dipping your glass into the acid.
He takes out a potion of healing. He says,
Oh,
Nope.
wait.
I grab it from him.
wait.
I
That's
got
more
stuff in
valuable
it.
than glass.
I got stuff in it.
I have an empty whiskey bottle. I finished it. We've been in this place a long time.
Okay. Can you capture a bit of that water in your bottle? Be careful of your fingers.
I'm holding up the bottle, and it's a whiskey bottle. No, I don't know how I would do that.
Mm.
It's a very narrow opening in the bottle. It was a
I-
small cork.
I'll give it to you, and I'm going right back to what I was doing.
All right. Let's see. What have I got here? How can I do this?
I'm also filling up my mouth, and then when I get over there, squirting it in.
For starters, I just want to. I want to just take the bottle. I'm holding it by the bottom, and I just want to just touch the rim of the bottle, the the neck, the cap, the opening, whatever you call that. Just touch that to the liquid in the acidic pool. Does it eat the glass?
I'll tell you right now.
That's what I'm hoping. That you'll tell me.
Yep. It eats through it, kind of like the acid in Alien, you know?
Oh my
Wow.
god! This acid eats glass.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
The bottle is, whatever object you put in there, basically, is ruined completely.
While
So
they're
it's
doing it-
it's not regular glass, or it's not regular acid, because acid won't eat glass.
It's very possible that this is some sort of magical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
and
think we
just
confirm based
just
on
to
the
be
room, it's magic.
sure,
Say it
I'm
again,
gonna
Eric. I'm
take-
sorry.
I think we can infer on the room that all of it's magical.
Possible.
okay, I want to do something else with this glass bottle. I
Half
want
of
to
it.
take it upside. I'm going to invert it, and I'm going to stick it into the surface of the water. Do I have anything I can demonstrate with?
Demonstrate.
So that. Okay, well, here I got a pair of scissors. Okay, so imagine that this is the bottle, and this is the neck of the bottle, and this is the surface of the water. So I'm going to slowly dip it down in so that the neck gets eaten away, and I'm left with a glass tumbler.
Okay.
Okay, and now I should have a glass tumbler with no neck on it, right?
You do. Yeah.
That's what I think. Okay, now I want to take my glass tumbler. Did any of the acid stick to the bottle that remains, or does it all stay in the pool and the glass emerges dry?
I would imagine like it would have some remains or residue on it, but it's not a thick liquid.
Okay. Well, I want to whatever drops are left, I want to just kind of like wipe them on the stone or the tile at the edge of the pool, and see how that loose liquid, those drops, how do they interact with the surface?
They don't.
They don't. They just sit there, or
Yeah, it looks like water. Mm-hmm.
really?
Water droplets on the floor. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So then I'm going to take something else. What have I got? I've got a piece of parchment. I take out a piece of parchment and take a little bit of it, and I touch the parchment to the water that's sitting on the floor.
I would imagine that it gets wet.
It gets wet, but it doesn't get eaten.
Yeah. Now, while you're doing this, and everybody's probably doing their own thing, looking at different pools, but if anybody catches wind of this, you see Skeggy kind of experimenting, dropping the bits on the ground and stuff like that. While this is all happening, Sable decides to walk over towards Barrack, and she's hurting. In that fight with the shadow, she got her strength sapped down quite low, so she kind of rests her, grabs your shoulder and kind of rests her body weight on you to help her ease down to the ground, and she like slides against the wall, and then she sits there right by your feet, and she says, "I'm not doing too well."
I'm sorry to hear. I didn't realize you took such a harsh hit.
Can you restore my strength?
I could. Yeah. Barrack looks up towards the ceiling and says, "By the light of Hyperius." And when he looks up, he rolls his eyes, and he leans down and gives her 4 hit points. Did I heal her last time?
You might have tried, but it's the strength damage that she is really ailing from. I mean, she did take a big hit, but she was referring to her lost strength.
He wants a rest.
Yeah. I'll look. Let me think. I'll see if I can.
Yeah,
I don't know.
She
if
doesn't.
I can.
You know, obviously we're not like, I'm a paladin or I'm a cleric. So she just assumes you're a religious person. She was hoping that maybe your god can restore her strength, but.
You know, I was actually just while Jeff was doing this. While Skeggy was doing this, I was going to pray. Anyway, so I'll invite her to kneel down or sit down with me and pray to Hyperius for guidance and see if he'll lend her some healing.
That would be nice, she says. She closes her eyes and just like leans her head back. She doesn't say anything, but she listens to you intently.
Excellent.
While everyone's kind of doing their thing, Hyro was sitting down and casting his ritual detect magic.
Okay. We'll say it goes off. I imagine 10 minutes would go by inspecting all the pools, things like that.
So he's going to start scanning everything, trying to decipher illusions and looking for anything hidden, secret, or whatever throughout the room.
Certainly. How do you want to do this? Do you want to go in order?
Sure. Start with the top, I guess, and work your way down.
Absolutely. Pool A emanates evocation magic. It is the pinkish liquid, right? The pool of acid clearly radiates magic, and it is abjuration. And then you've got C emanates necromancy. That was the murky gray syrup. The green slime does not radiate magic. The pool of cold water does not radiate magic. The pool of wine does. I believe it would be. It doesn't say actually what it would emanate, but I believe it would be probably
Conjuration.
Evocation.
Transmutation?
No, evocation, I believe.
Oh.
And then
No
H-
water to wine.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. We call it the Jesus pond.
H does not provide a magical aura.
Wait, we skipped G, the light gray pool, the empty one.
That does not either. H does not either. The hot pool. The aura pool does. Let's see here. And that would be... I have to double check. I think divination. Yeah, I think it's divination. The pool with the greenish liquid of varying shades. That one is, I think, evocation. Hold on. Sorry, I cannot laugh sometimes. Oh boy.
Makes me nervous.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, that's never a good sign.
Apparently, they're not all that mundane. It
It's
does
in-
matter what we do.
The greenish liquid is enchantment. The
Oh, wait,
fish
hold
pool, the fish pool is conjuration. The ice pool, the dry ice one, is not. The treasure pool is illusion, and the almost empty pool is necromancy. Oh boy. So
Okay.
just water? No. Whoever wrote just water? No.
Watch what you're doing. All of this is bad. Hiro's gonna go to where the koi are.
The koi?
He's gonna try and snatch one out of there and throw it into the steaming hot one. Just out of
Okay.
frustration.
Okay. You grab one of the fish, give me, or you try to grab them. They're not going to easily be grabbed. You can give me a, I guess, athletics check or a
No. Animal
strength or a dex check, I would say.
Animal handling.
Yeah.
Jump out of the water.
Athletics, negative
I
2.
guess I could see animal handling if you were maybe like feeding it or something or trying
That's
to like,
only a negative 1.
okay. Or
Can I
dex
just
in
use an
general.
inspiration for an auto pass?
Not an auto
No,
pass, but you could
that's
re-roll. Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Then what are my other options? My dex is the
Dex or
least
strength.
worst.
Yeah.
So how about just a dex check?
Yeah. I mean, if you were trying to go fishing, I'd say survival.
Well, they're all bad. So I'm gonna do so at a plus of 0. That's my best one. A dex check.
Okay, there you go. We'll say it's a 13 to grab a fish.
How about a 5?
That won't do it.
I'm gonna use an inspiration.
Really? Okay.
Wow.
I have 2 left. So, that was 1 of 3. Okay, so here we go again. Come on. Give me that fish. Yeah. I pull this giant fish out of the pool. It's bigger than me. I'm shaking it. Yeah. And I do a running haul and I throw it up into the steaming hot one.
You catch a Magikarp and you throw it into the steaming hot pool.
Yes. Love it. Hyro.
The fish is dying and slowly, I imagine, as
Is
it's
it
boiled
screaming?
to death, and it just stops convulsing at some point, a few seconds in, and you have now steamed carp.
You've invented spish stews.
Anyone
Get it
worried
out.
we needed
Get it
that
out.
for some reason?
I mean, there's
hungry.
more fish, right? There's more than one fish, right?
So-
Someone tell me.
Why does it smell like dinner?
Yeah, it probably does. Yeah.
Fish it out with your rapier. Let's go.
Mohag will grab his axe and he'll like kind of like shovel it out and let it
nice.
like flop it down onto the tile floor. And he says, "It does smell kind of good."
Needs salt.
Looks like
said-
meat's back on the menu.
Should we eat it? He says.
Yes.
He takes his axe and with a big swipe cuts off the head. Starts to fillet it. He takes a little knife out and paring knife and starts to cut through it.
I stopped my prayer for a
it's
moment to
finished.
tell him the eyes are extra tasty.
He's like, no thanks. All right, so you killed and filleted a fish.
Get experience points.
Is he eating it? Does anything happen to him when he eats it?
Mohag holds up a piece of it and he offers it to you first. Here you go, Hieronymus.
No, I got it for you.
He says, well, I guess there's no harm in it. It's cooked, right?
Yes.
He'll take a bite.
Nice.
Doesn't kill him.
Excellent.
Does it mess him up?
Harold
He
just
seems
grumbles.
He seems fine, unaffected.
Are you having steamed fish without a glass of wine? Come over here and have a glass of wine, Mohag.
I ain't drinking from that pool.
That's bad luck.
What was
No.
the divination or the magic of the wine pool?
Evocation.
I believe it's evocation. I'm gonna double check actually.
So no, I fill up my mug and say, no, it's from my own cask. Here, try it. It's good wine. Special from my hometown.
Abjuration.
Can I make a deception check against Mohag?
Oh, you know what? No, never mind. It's not. It is gonna be enchantment.
Oh, ooh, that's even worse.
Which was enchantment?
Wine. F.
F.
That means it'll do something to you.
Perfect. We have a guinea pig. I don't see the problem. Why else do we bring Zeb, Mohag, whomever
Wow,
around?
rest in peace. Rest in peace, King.
Come on, Hieronymus has gotten soft. You would have been testing stuff on him. Well, I guess you tested the fish on him.
I just-
I
The
take,
look Chris had.
I take it back. I take it back.
He's about to just fireball someone in the corner.
You notice, Nate, that Barrax's Sable is actually asleep. She's like just so tired she fell asleep.
Okay, but she's breathing.
Yeah, she's just in.
Great.
She's taking a nap.
Okay, do my prayers feel like they're doing anything?
No, you haven't really. I mean, to be honest
Might
though,
take,
other than the magic that's granted to you, you don't
Yeah.
typically hear from,
No, I was
Papyrus.
more for guidance. Like, I don't know, maybe the hammer would glow a certain direction or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
nothing.
I'm gonna take some rope and just walk around and dip it into each pool and see if it either burns the rope or changes the color of the rope.
Which
or does anything to
pools do you want to go in a certain order?
A through M.
Okay.
N.
So you go take a rope and you head over to the pink pool. You dip it into the liquid, and you know how like when a thing is so viscous, like even like the rope just kind of like mostly stays on top, right?
Sure.
It's not dense enough, so it just kind of like barely gets through the surface level, and you drag it out, and it's got pink like goop all over it. It doesn't do anything to it. It doesn't affect
Great.
its material composition, but it just has goop on it. You head over to the pool of acid, and you dip it in, and whatever you decide, you can put the
Yeah,
pink-
that one I think I knew.
Okay, so
yeah.
don't worry about that one.
Yeah.
The syrup, you want to put it in the syrup?
Yeah, I'm just gonna literally go quick and just if there's anything abnormal.
Nothing happens. It does go a little bit further into this pool than the pink one, and it looks like it's covered with like a gray maple syrup. Maybe some of the pink and it mixes together, but that's about it. You go to the pool with the slime, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So you dip it into the slime, and a pseudopod reaches out,
Oh, no.
extends towards you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
Excellent.
Oh, actually,
Alright.
with disadvantage.
Oh no. You better start praying.
You've still got some inspirations left, right?
It's not a good start though.
Get inspired.
Okay, so Bob, I definitely am gonna fail whatever this is. Does my inspiration re-roll one of them, or does it re-roll the disadvantage roll?
It re-rolls any dice. So we just re-roll one of those dice. You rolled a 4 and a 6. So you'd re-roll any one of those.
It doesn't. It's
Yeah,
like
so
useless
they
on
both fail.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
Oh,
I guess
I-
it's all right then.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
gotta fail.
Okay. You're gonna take some acid damage. I just gotta bring back up my roll 20. You're gonna take a total of 3 acid damage. However, the creature now, or whatever this slime is attached to you, and you fall into the pool. Move yourself into the green.
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh!
Oh, travesty.
And you can just feel like like the slime blanketing you, like constricting you. Pseudopods within the slime wrapping their arms around you. You look and it doesn't kind of look like anything. It's all the same color, but you feel it almost like tentacles within the slime starting to grapple you.
Are they trying to probe him?
Yes,
Um,
where
Not
Hyperius doesn't shine.
great.
no.
I shout as I've been pulled in.
Oh, everybody hears it, sees it. Yeah, Sable wakes up from her sleep because she's
What?
a light sleeper. All right, do you want to go in order here? I mean, we totally could jump in if we want.
We certainly want to help
If we're not
him.
going to do initiative, yeah, I would like to reach over there and try and reach into it and pull him if I can.
Yeah, this is it's not a combat per se, but if you wanted to just jump in, go ahead, Eric. So you run over.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
You want to help him out?
Yeah, if he's still like on the surface enough that I can reach it or like see something to grab onto, I would
Sure.
like to reach in and grab him.
Okay, you go to
or if he's
you,
like just below, that's fine too.
you go to grab him, and a pseudopod jumps out towards you.
Son of a-
Now
How many?
You're
How
not-
big are these things that they can all fit in this pot? You know.
it's a 10-foot wide pool. So
All right.
th-
Yeah. I mean. Okay. We'll take my
you all-
chances with this one.
just
then. And
remember,
if it's,
just remember, you don't see a creature. It's not like it's an ooze. It's like the pool is grabbing
the
you.
pool
and,
itself is what's grabbing.
hmm So
It's a really big one.
with this in this case though, since you are aware that there's danger, you don't have
Yeah.
disadvantage on the check.
And you do have +3.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a strength check or dexterity check?
Dexterity.
Wait, is it a save?
Yep, saving throw.
Okay.
Let's see what happens here. That's a natural 7 + 0.
You fail.
Can I use a spell as a reaction?
What do you want to use?
I want to use a touch-based spell.
Okay, yeah. Again, this although it feels like you're in combat, you're not in combat technically. So you can absolutely cast a spell if you'd like.
I mean, this thing, like, correct me if I'm wrong. It's like trying to pull me into the pot and like potentially drown me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast the spell on it. Can I cast? I don't know how.
You're also
how do I
gonna
cast
take-
a super high level.
You're also gonna take 4 acid damage.
But shocking grasp. Like, don't go crazy.
Hold on, I just lost the page. Yeah, I'll cast inflict wounds on it. Oh my god, what just happened to D&D Beyond? If anyone else is something to do, I roll this damage. I don't think it's gonna kill the creature because I just totally lost D&D.
I'm certainly gonna run up and try to help.
Everybody, jump in the pot.
So what's the damage here?
Hold on one second. Sorry, we got D&D back. Okay, we're gonna cast the 4th level inflict wounds. It's gonna be it's touch, right? So that's a 25 to hit.
You touch it. Obviously, it's touching you. You touch the pool. You put your hand into the pool, which again is very easy to do, and immediately you feel those pseudopod-like arms unleash, both you and Barrick. The pool settles. The slime just kind of looks like Jell-O now, and it wiggles around, and you may get out if you'd like.
I would definitely like to get out, and if Barrick's not getting out, I will drag him with me, please.
I was just saying, while I'm here, I want to see if I can see anything at the bottom.
You open your eyes in this line.
It's not eating away at me, right?
It is not. Well, it was, yes, but much less damage than the acid pool. It just did it 3 to you.
Oh, right. It's acid damage. No. Yeah, good point. Let's not open
Yeah.
my eyes. I'll
Yeah.
go out there.
Your eyes take acid damage.
Oh no.
That would
So
be bad.
you're okay for now. You climb out of the pool. I mean, you were in it, Nate. You would have felt if there was something down there. I mean, I guess
Okay,
if it
great.
was a minor item like a tiny little thing, you wouldn't have. But there was nothing else but the jelly.
When I get out, I say, Bud Betharius, my friend, I owe you one. And I give him like a Han Solo look, and like a high, yeah,
Like
One of
the
those.
I know, the I know look.
yeah, the I know
Just
look.
covered in green slime, looking like Katy Perry at the Kids Try Swords here.
Yes,
Heck,
that's
Or,
right.
or literally any celebrity at the Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah.
That's what you
I'm
look
gonna
like.
drop the rope and continue my quest. Now using the dancing lights cantrip and standing like 10 feet away from the pools as I drop those lights in and out of the pools.
Okay. The
But
lights don't have
just doing
much
that.
effect on any of them.
Oh, it doesn't like light up what's in them. Okay, cool.
It will light it up, but it won't like illuminate something through that's like opaque, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm
Never mind.
saying?
Well then, I don't know. I turn to someone who
Yeah.
hasn't experimented with the pools yet.
I think the only person who hasn't experimented with the pools at all is Eric. So Eric, is there anything you want to do to a pool?
Looking into the empty one, it appears that there's nothing in there, right?
The dry pool, yeah, it looks
Yeah,
completely
Now,
dry.
You said something about
Yeah.
a yellowish ceramic material. Is that just the construction of the pool?
Yeah,
Or
the
is that-
basin. Yeah, the basin itself is made of like a yellowish ceramic material.
Can I get someone to tie a rope on me and lower me into it? Or is it like
Gotcha.
shallow enough that I can get in? Perfect. I would like to go inside G and kind of using like mostly sense of touch, like feel and see if there's anything like off on the inside or anything like on the side, like ruins or glyphs or anything.
This bottom feels extremely hard to the touch. Like it feels like almost like stone itself. You can like tap on it, nothing comes of it. You're not like it doesn't seem like it's trapped or anything like that.
No, there's nothing like unnatural about it. It's just like an empty.
It's an empty pool.
Search
No
while you're down there. Look for secret doors.
I'm looking. And there's no. It seems to be nothing unique about it. It's an empty pot. Empty
How's
pool.
my Steam thing going here? Are we still adding water? No changes? Having
No
the same
changes.
thing?
No, it doesn't even look like the water itself is like filling it. Like once you pour it in, it doesn't like raise the water level either.
We know that what some of the magic. This is Eric now. If we know what some of the magic is, can we cast the inverse magic? Like if we know one of them is evocation, has anyone tried casting an abjuration spell on it?
Wait, so what did you just do? What kind of touch spell was that?
Necromancy on the green one.
And what was the
D was
magic?
nothing though.
Yeah, D was just the pseudopod trying to drown us.
Should have put that in the steamed water. We would have had calamari.
But if like, which one was the abjuration or the evocation pool?
A is
A.
evocation.
Mhm.
Oh, we yeah.
It's
So does
I
anyone
thought there was
have-
one more, but
no,
no.
it changed.
No, we
to,
changed F,
enchantment. Yeah,
Okay.
it's A. A is evocation.
A is
Use-
evocation.
Yeah, use some cantrips. Chris, what do you got cantrip wise?
If I cast
What
Word
do
of
you think I
Radiance,
got?
which is also an evocation cantrip on it, does that do anything to A?
Do you cast it?
I would like to, yeah.
It does not. Nothing happens. I don't even know if it's a viable target. Do you need a target for that?
Probably not. Let's see. You utter a divine word, and a burning radiance erupts from you. So I don't need a target. I just say it, and things happen around me.
I create a bonfire on it.
Yeah, nothing.
you
In
go.
fact, the bonfire, I would say the bonfire will be put out immediately if it were to go into the pink pool.
Gotcha.
Cast one of your bonfires on the blue gray pool, the acid pool. That's abjuration versus evocation.
Which one?
The acid pool with the key.
I cast it on that pool.
It will dispel the magic. Your spell
My
will be
magic is
dispelled.
dispelled,
Yep,
yeah.
your magic will be dispelled when it hits the
But
acid
outside
pool.
my fields of expertise.
Maybe there's a control room in a different place. I mean, when they open and close the gates, usually it's in a different room. You can't see the man. I thought it was an invisible magic man that used to open and close the gates. And then I learned there's a man in the little box.
There's what are the walls like in this room? Did you say? Are there any features, or are they just
Yeah,
smooth?
the walls are rough blackish stone, as much of the complex is. The floor, though, is covered with ceramic tiles arranged in a mosaic fashion. The majority of the thousands of tiles are golden brown in color, but patterns of white and black tiles appear in various places to enhance the effect of very striking designs formed. Arrayed throughout the room, you see the 14 pools, all about 10 feet in diameter, and this arrangement is doubly amazing since all the contents appear to be different.
Do the patterns form any sort of characters or?
They actually look just
Glyphs
like this
or-
map, so it's more of like a
Okay,
abstract
so-
design. Yeah. hmm
okay.
I continue on my rope quest.
Okay.
You didn't learn.
You can just fast forward to any interesting pool.
I will. So here's what happens. You go to the water pool, nothing happens. You go to the wine pool, now you got wine on your rope. You go to the empty pool, and you still have wine on your rope. You go to the steaming hot pool, and now most of that is off. You go to the shimmery magic pool, and here's what you need to do.
I, of course, have Eric with me, ready to grab my arm.
Yeah,
at any of
I am
these.
now pretty intent on following Barrick through this journey.
Your rope has a shimmering, like glistening water covering it, how much you put in. Doesn't look like it has any other effect. You go
If I
to.
touch that to like my glove. Does it just sit there on my glove? It doesn't burn or anything.
It doesn't burn. No.
Great.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
If I touch this glove now with my bare hand, is there any like healing or damage?
No damage. Nope. It's on your glove. You said.
Yeah,
It
and
was
Eric
on
just
his
touched
glove,
it.
and then I touched it with my bare hand.
You feel almost like a numbing sensation, like a tingly, what's the
Like Novocaine or like electricity?
no, like when you put Vicks on your nose, you know,
Ah, okay, yeah. I'm with
like a
you.
Alright.
mentholy, yeah. hmm
No one's swimming that one.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt though. It doesn't hurt, and your hand is shimmery with the liquid.
It
Don't
makes
touch
magical.
It, looks cool.
It makes magical weapons? What?
Then
Potentially.
you go to pool J, which
Yep.
is the greenish liquid. Nothing happens. It's covered with some of the greenish water. The fish pool, the fish just kind of swim away from where you dip the rope in.
Sweet.
You go to the dry ice, and there's nothing to dip in. It's just dry ice, so it's like solid.
Oh.
Oh,
and
it's
then-
solid. What? Okay.
Yeah, it's dry. It's filled with dry ice, so it's not really something you can dip into.
I look
and
at
then-
Skeggy and then look at my dust crusher. Maybe we
Ah.
can break into that.
Not
Let's
yet.
see. Then the treasure pool. So you see the treasure at the bottom clearly. You sense the illusion magic coming from it. You dip the rope into the calm waters, and eventually you want to. I assume the test is which ones you can see. You dip it to the bottom.
Yeah. Well, I was just dipping it in to see if the water, like the water itself, was acidic or harmful.
Nope. Totally,
Then yeah,
totally
I'll
fine.
dip it right down to the bottom.
You dip it down to the bottom, and as soon as it touches what would look like the treasure underneath disappears. However, the water starts to swirl.
Oh. Little whirlpool action.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Does it swirl and go down, or just swirl?
Like a toilet?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It actually goes the opposite direction. It starts to rise like a little mini tornado.
Is it rising above the level of? I mean, is it rising above the level of the rim of the pool?
Yes, it
I
is.
back up.
It's rising up slowly. It would take probably like 3 rounds for it to fully rise up. Everybody's
How high is it?
staring at this.
While
I
that's
assume.
happening, I put a bonfire right next to it.
You put a bonfire right next to it. Really? Okay. The bonfire hits the vortex, and all of a sudden, it just like it looks like it has a visceral reaction. The tornado kind of shifts and steams out the fire. It puts out the fire, but like it bothered it, and you heard like almost like a bubbling scream from within. And the thing starts to change shape. Rather than being like a tornado, it starts to grow arms and legs, and it starts to come out of the water. Roll initiative, everybody.
Why did you?
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Yay!
We learned something. That's important. Whether it's good or bad, we learned something.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere.
Oh. All right, Sasori, lead the charge.
Yeah, see, it feels so confident on what to do.
It
Okay.
hasn't attacked us.
It looks like it's about to. So we're gonna roll combat here. I don't have my typical setup here. I apologize. So I need you to call out your numbers here.
14.
11. Skeggy 11.
Eight for Eric.
Hyro with a 6.
Nate,
Eric with a 3.
can somebody roll for Mohag?
Yeah.
And I'll roll for Sable.
Sable the unable.
Yeah.
Mohag leads the
Ignore
way
second one.
again.
Mohag got a 15. Ignore the second die.
Good.
Mohag got a 15?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay.
15 of the dice. So.
Mohag
Okay.
and the Charcoalition.
Gotcha.
We're just a backup group at this point.
Okay, so Mohag will go first. And let's change up this music here. And we'll get into it.
We're just the pips at this point. He's Gladys Knight and we're the pips.
Mohag puts down his fork and knife and the fish that he's been devouring. And he says, "Oh my God, what is that thing?" And he picks up his axe and he'll start to move. He takes a moment to cautiously analyze the situation. And he will hide behind Eric and ready in action to attack if the thing comes near. We go to Sasori.
All right, so I'm going to draw my weapons, and I'm pretty far away, right?
Yeah, I think so. You're on the bottom here. Yeah, you're by the empty pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can still dash and get up there.
Okay.
So bonus action dash. Sorry, who's currently being attacked? Eric, right?
Not yet, but it looks like it's going to.
Yeah. So I actually still have a couple feet of movement, so I'm gonna pull Eric backwards, and I can get you to like you here.
Thank you.
Nice. Mohag's
Is
just
that a
No,
thing?
you're
Sitting there with
one
nothing now.
one forward. Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome.
I don't know. Maybe that's a little too much, John, but that seems fun. That's my 60
you-
feet.
You pull Eric away.
I pull Eric away.
Wow. Okay.
We're trying to kill every
Well
NPC
done.
we come across.
Okay. All right.
We've been
Mohag
trying
is
to
nice
kill
for
Mohag
chopping
for
block.
years now.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, seriously, this is very much in keeping with Sasori.
We go to Skeggy.
I mean, I guess I still have my action. That's just
Oh.
my bonus action,
Oh, okay. Go for it. If you have
right?
something.
That's just my I'm rogue. That's just my bonus action. I should attack first. I'm gonna throw a dagger at it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Regular dagger.
Yep. Regular dagger. 9 to hit.
It does not hit.
All right. It's
Any
not
other-
that easy.
It's big,
Be
but
cheesy.
still the 9 doesn't cut it. We go to Skeggy.
Okay, I'm gonna screw it. I'm going to insightfully. Well, hold it. No, I'm not. I'm going to stay right where I am, and I'm going to steady aim as my bonus action, and I'm just going to shoot it with my crossbow.
Go for it.
I only have one tool, and that's it. So 15.
That'll hit.
Oh wait, I have advantage anyway, don't I?
Oh,
Yes.
steady aim, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I steady aimed. I didn't insightfully fight. So let me roll the other one, just fishing for a crit. I did not get the crit. So the 15 hits, you say?
Correct.
Okay, and I will get my sneak attack damage. So that's going to be a total of 18.
Nice.
Coming almost perfectly from a line from behind Man Bun.
Yes, you do get the sense, though, that not all the damage went through, as it's hard to discern its watery body, but it hit and did damage. Yeah, it hit and did damage.
Okay.
All right. All right, so Skeggy went, then we go to Eric Lavernus.
All right. So, would this thing count as a humanoid?
It does not.
All right. I'm gonna cast blindness, deafness. So I'm just gonna focus on the blindness part for it.
Okay.
So it's gonna make a Constitution saving throw of 14.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, it will not need that either. So if it fails, does it matter? It will not be blind.
Darn. Okay.
I don't want to. I'll roll, but if it doesn't matter,
if it can't be
okay.
blinded if it's immune, then that's totally fine.
Okay. So you cast the spell and you realize it is immune.
Okay.
All right.
Then I would like to kind of back up behind the dry ice, and if it comes near me, I want it to have to pass through the dry ice.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's go to. Whoops! I just clicked on something I did not want to. Okay. It's gonna go now. It's turn. So it sees you all. It is going to move. It looks clumsy, I'll say. Let's just describe it that way. Once it, almost like how, like a real hurricane, right? When it touches land, it kind of loses some of its steam. It doesn't seem to be as fast when it gets out of the water. So it slows down a bit, and it is clumsily moving. It kind of sways left to right. But when it gets to the dry ice pool, it avoids it, and it goes this way. Mohag's ready to action will go off. I'll attack with Mohag. Mohag gets a 17 on the dice. That's going to connect. And his weapon does a d12 plus 3, so it's going to be 7 damage. And not all of it seems to go through, but it'll take some of it. And then you'll see as it sways left, sways right, it continues to move. It'll get to about here, and the water from the shimmery pool is like drawn out into it, and it starts to shimmer as well. And so it is now shimmering. It's going to attack Mohag. It will attack him with... Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's going to then ram into Mohag and stay in the exact same space as him. Mohag is going to get whelmed as this thing is kind of drowning him. Mohag has to make a saving throw. Can somebody roll a strength saving throw for Mohag?
Yep, I got the d20.
Thank you.
Yeah, it shouldn't be me.
That is a 13 on the dice for Mohag.
And Mohag's strength is at least a +2, so I think it's +3. So he's going to have a 16. Barrick, are you near him? Not enough. Okay.
Not enough.
But still, that's not going to... He will not be grappled, but he is going to... let's see here. Oh, never mind. It still is gonna be grappled. He doesn't take the damage, but he is whelmed by this creature. So he's basically stuck in this like vortex, and you can see him. He's like screaming, but it's like bubbling, and you can't really understand what he's saying. You can tell he's drowning. Okay. All right. We go to next up is Hyro.
10, 15, 20. He's gonna go to here. He's gonna throw a firebolt at it.
Mm-hmm.
A 17.
You hit.
for 7 points of damage.
And just kind of like when the water touched the bonfire, it lets out that like bubbling scream, and it does go through. 7.
Nice.
Okay.
When he fireballs the creature, does it seem like Mohag also takes damage?
No, Mohag is not.
Oh, cool.
The creature is enveloping him, basically.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to accidentally like steam him alive, but if we're not, that's fantastic. I guess.
Gotcha. I'm sorry. I just misread this. I apologize. Mohag is technically not grappled. He is still in the space, but he looks like his first thing that he wants to do is to leave the space. But he is not grappled. He was able to succeed on the saving throw. All right. So now we go to next would be Sable and then Barakelios. Sable is going to move. She's going to cast Firebolt as well. She'll stand right next to Chris.
Stand one more forward. And to the left.
I'll stay exactly where I want to. And she's gonna. She will cast Firebolt. And why do it? Did you see it or no? Oh, never mind. D&D Beyond sometimes annoys the heck out of me.
There it is.
All right. She will hit, and she will do a total of 7 fire damage to it. Just as good as you are. And she'll step 1 back behind you.
She's next on the NPC chopping block.
We go.
I look at her and I smile wryly.
I think you're falling in love.
I like this one.
She because of her strength, she does steady herself. You're perfect height for as like a elbow rest. So she does that. We go
I look
to
up at her in her eyes.
in her red piercing eyes. We go to Barrack.
All right. I'm going to, let's see, run up and I'm going to grab Mohag. Well, actually, so on my way to run up, I'm going to cast Create Bonfire right on this corner of it.
Okay.
Kind of between it and the Shimmering Pool, or right there as best I can.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna grab Mohag and try and drag him away. So
Okay.
1, 2,
You reach in to grab
3.
him.
I actually only have to go here. So
That's cool. You notice when you pull Mohag out of the water, he is glowing white, like an aura of white. And Barrack, your alignment, I assume, is a lawful type, correct?
I'd say so. Probably lawful,
it-
neutral,
is it-
maybe lawful.
Are you lawful, chaotic, or
Probably.
neutral?
I've never really. I don't.
You didn't fill this out in your character sheet?
I'll be honest. I hate the lawful, evil, good.
Fair enough.
I think that's.
You can pick.
I mean, I would
right
say
now.
Barrack started lawful, but he's.
It's time.
He
to
was
face
chaotic
the
when he
music.
took that crystal.
I was gonna say, like, I don't think he's been.
I will
lawful.
allow you to pick, Barrack. What would your alignment be on the law spectrum? If you had to categorize it right now, it could change. Obviously, like you said, I don't prescribe to, these sort of like rigid.
Well, lawful, because I want to hear what you're about to say.
Is it lawful or neutral, or chaotic?
I think you started out lawful
Yeah.
and then you drifted into neutral.
Well, yeah. If I'm being realistic, it's probably neutral.
What is?
You tell me, Nate.
Neutral.
Neutral. Okay. You are also glowing in a white aura.
All of that just to change the color.
Was my aura gonna be yellow?
We'll see.
Oh, I hate this. I'm lawful.
Upon reflection.
Okay, great.
You're
and
neutral,
I pull
right?
Him out as far as I can pull him.
You're just as good as Mohag. You're just as lawful as Mohag.
With 15 feet of movement, can I move him 5 feet or 10 feet?
It's half your movement, so every foot is 10. Every square is 10 then.
Gotcha.
So you want to move him like there?
Right.
Okay, so Mohag's pulled out of the water creature, and you both are glowing white now. The creature
Excellent.
itself is shimmering, so it's not a particular color, but it seems to have siphoned some of the shimmery magic from the pool in next to it. Any questions? Any? Is that your turn, Barrick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
All
mean,
right.
do I feel different?
I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you do feel like you should have been lawful.
Oh, Bob, this is the.
Mohag's up, and he thanks you. Thanks, Barrick.
The
I was
price of the
drowning
character
there.
art.
It
He
said,
said,
yeah, realized recently you are apparently as good as NPCs get.
"Run!" he says, and he starts to move away. The creature could take an attack of opportunity, but it chooses not to. It seems indifferent, and it will run. He'll run all the way down towards Hieronymus, and stop there. Okay, we go to Sasori.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like I can do much to this thing. All right, I'm gonna run up with my magical dagger and attack it.
The magical dagger.
Yep.
Nice.
So I get there. Come on now. Venom dagger specifically.
Yep.
Does anyone see it? No, it's a
Crit.
Nat
Nat one.
one.
Yeah. That's a
nat
bummer.
one. All right,
Bummer.
inspiration. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And I think Sasori got inspiration for this next session too. Did you see that?
I did. I was
It is homework.
I
He
did
did
my
his
homework.
homework.
18. That's
You
much
hit.
better. The die sat on 1 for like a little bit there.
You hit.
It's like
Go ahead.
2 in a row. All right, 18 to hit.
You hit.
That hits.
Mm.
Dagger of Venom.
Woo.
That's amazing.
So, two things. Number one, what's the sneak attack damage and the piercing damage total?
Sneak attack is 14, 18 total. Piercing is 4.
Okay, since it's a magical weapon, you sense that it bypasses its resistance, and so the entire 16 is going to go through.
Nice.
However,
18.
the poison seems to have no effect.
Okay.
That is a bummer because the poison was a good amount.
Those are great rolls. I rolled a 9 and a 10 on a, or 9 and a, excuse me, I rolled a 16 on a 2d10.
Yeah, that was a good one. But the poison, unfortunately, doesn't seem to affect this creature at all. But you hit. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, run away.
Okay. Disengaging and moving away.
I don't need to disengage. It can't take op attacks.
Because you
on
hit
me.
it. Correct. Yeah.
Sorry. Say it like that.
I
but
would
yeah.
say, though, that the image of it, though, is as you run away, it does try to swipe at you, but you were just way too quick.
Too
It didn't seem to
dexterous.
care about Mohag, but it seemed to care about you.
All right. I'm going to, no, I want to get far away. I'm not going to be too cute. All right.
Okay.
That's
Next,
far
we go
enough.
to Skeggy and then Eric on deck.
From where I'm standing, does it look like there's still water in that pool, in the pool it came from?
Probably couldn't see into the pool, but you don't see anything like on the surface.
Okay. I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna take my bonus action to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now can I see into the pool? Is there
can.
water in the pool?
There's very little like remnants of water. Other than that, the pool is empty.
It's completely empty. There's nothing in it.
I mean, there's like maybe a small little pool at the bottom of like an inch of water, but most of
Okay,
it
but
has
there's
been
no
removed.
objects or anything like that. There's nothing hiding under the illusory gold.
Oh.
Empty completely.
Okay. Well, shoot. I figured we should look because there might be something in there.
Yeah,
that
not a bad
could
idea.
Help.
Oh
Good
god,
idea.
John just had an
Ah.
idea that Sasori would never come up with.
Text it to me.
Okay.
Um.
Quote of the day.
Okay. And this thing, does it look solid? Does it look like you could grab it, or would you just swish right through?
It looks like water. Yeah, it looks like literally like a vortex of water with like, water arms coming out of it. It does look like mostly liquid.
Hmm. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll shoot it one more time. I don't have, I won't get my sneak attack, because I moved, but, I'll plink it.
Go for it.
Oh,
Hey.
now I
Just a
get the
plink.
crit.
Yeah. Wow.
So 10 points. Oh my God, that's so sad.
Oh.
Okay, so 10 points of piercing.
Okay.
Oh my God, that would have been a lot.
That would have been great. But better than nothing. Better than nothing. Did you just send me the text too, John? You
Yeah, he
just sent
sent it in
me
the
the
group chat.
text. You just sent it to the group text.
John, you're muted.
Thank you. Yeah, I just sent it to the group chat. Sorry, should I not have?
Well, no, I mean, I now know your plan.
Well,
Evil. All right, I come up with another one.
All right, let's do it. Who's next? We go to Eric Lavernus.
You said before the creature didn't really pay attention to Mohag, right? Can I quickly ascertain if it's paying attention to Barrick?
I don't think so. This would be like an insight check if you wanted to make one. Would be your
yeah,
action.
I mean, I noticed that they were both dipped in water and are not glowing, and the creature seemed to be ignoring Mohag. I would love to roll an insight check and see if that has something to do with its.
Sure, take an insight check, and I may be able to tell you maybe its motive next turn.
Sure. So that's 16.
16. Yeah, it seems to want to hurt people that can damage it. So it didn't seem to mind Mohag. Mohag didn't really do that much damage with his weapon. Barrick hit it with bonfires, and Sasori has a magical weapon. So it seems to be intent on hurting them.
Oh.
All right. I'm gonna keep moving away from it then.
Okay.
2.
Next up will be the creature. And we're going to go here. Barrick, this thing is going to sway. As it does, it stays away from the dry ice, so it makes a concerted effort to do that. But
So
it's
is
going
it
to
gonna
sway.
get? So that it goes right over my bonfire.
It will, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Did damage?
9.
Okay. It seems to do the trick. Does it get a save against that or no?
I don't think it just goes in. Oh yeah, it does. Look at that.
It gets save?
Yep, deck save.
Nat 20.
Never mind.
Okay, so I won't take that damage. It's going to sway, and it sways and gets close to the steaming, hot, boiling pool, and it starts to swirl the boiling water in through it. Now this thing is hot, and it runs right into you. Steaming hot water, and it's going to try to grapple you. Give me a strength saving throw.
Come on, load.
Baby.
How's that?
Nice.
You withstand its whelm, and you are not grappled by it. All right. Next up, we go to Hieronymus.
Pyro is gonna throw a firebolt at it.
Go for it.
14.
14 does not hit.
Bah.
Staying where you are, or are you moving?
No, I'll look up at her and I'll wink. and I'll kind of grab her like her leg and like swing around her leg in a circle, then land behind her.
Do you want to do it over the wine pool?
No.
Okay.
I grab her right leg.
Okay, fine.
I go through her legs and around.
There you go.
I love to go swimming with bow-legged women and swing
She-
between their legs.
She attacks it and hits it for a total of 8 fire as the creature again bubbles out in pain. We go to Sable's went, so Barrack, you're up next.
All right. Now, obviously this is liquid, but do I see anything inside of it that I feel like I could try to wrap my arms around?
No, you can see it. You can see through it. There's nothing in it.
There's nothing I can grapple.
I mean, you could try. Oh, you could try to still grapple it, but it's larger than you and very hard to wrangle. But yeah, you could try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and grapple it.
Okay, go for it. Give me a opposed athletics check.
Alrighty.
13 you have to beat.
I think it's gonna work.
Wow, a nat 20.
Double.
Yeah,
I'm
I
feeling
mean, this
very
thing,
strong against this thing.
This
Dude,
thing
I
doesn't
doubled
have, it doesn't have discernible anatomy really, but it, like I said, it's kind of had these like appendages come out of it. It's like a vortex of water, but you attempt to grab it like you would if fighting any other creature, and you grab onto it, and it seems to bend to your authority.
Yeah, Barrack was he crushed the breaststroke back in the cloisters. Yeah, I'm gonna try and drag it, down towards the pool of the key.
Okay, so we move the creature down, and as
And
it
I'm
does,
trying to not let it get into any other pool.
I'm gonna say the koi fish is too good not to, so the fish just gets consumed into the vortex, and now you're
Great.
grabbing it, and like fish are hitting you in the face, and you're trying to drag this thing. And where do you want to go? We can go 15 feet, right? 5.
Yeah, so I was
10.
That's 10, so I could go
15.
one more.
Does that seem right?
Yeah.
Avoiding the steaming hot water again?
Well, it already sucked up the steaming hot, right?
It didn't suck up everything in every pool. It only sucks up a little bit of each pool. But it sucked up
Gotcha.
some of the steaming hot water, yeah.
Well, it's already got some in there. That's I was trying to go that way.
Okay.
Are
That's fine.
Barrack and I can never remember Man-Bun's name.
Mohawk.
Mohag. Because I had a character once in another campaign with a very similar but not quite the same name. Are they still glowing?
Yes.
Okay.
They're glowing white.
Is my
Why?
color changing to a more lawful glow?
They're
No, it
glowing
is
now. What is that?
Pure white.
All right,
All right.
cool. I'm done.
Great. Excellent. Next we go to top of the order, Mohag. Mohag is not great, but he sees what you're doing, and he got the text, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's going to aid you, Barrack. He's going to assist you in the next grapple.
I
Bob.
love it.
That's why we had to have you there, because you're playing one of our party mates.
You're right. And Mohag looks at you and he goes, eyes welling up with tear. Party mate?
Yeah, like coffee mate, something that's like not exactly what you want, but it's better than nothing.
Party
Oh, that is harsh.
Sasori's up.
That was so quick. I'm so proud.
Sasori, you're up.
I'm gonna taunt this guy.
That should be an inspiration for him.
I will give it to you, and the taunt is a good idea. Go ahead, give me a either a charisma check, persuasion, however you want to do it, intimidate, whatever you think would be the more appropriate one for this.
Yeah, for me, persuasion is where I want to
Okay.
go. Actually, they're all exactly the same.
Okay.
So let's go with intimidation.
What do you say?
Ugh, look at that. You're not even that wet. No water at all. What are you? Are you a vortex? Are you a cyclone? Ugh, you're an embarrassment to yourself. You're
Giving it
water,
an
but
identity crisis.
you're water, but you're being grappled. How can you even be touched? So you're water, but you're not because you have form.
How do we know if it's crying or not?
Jeez.
And then I do like the classic, na 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 poo poo.
Roll your check. What'd you get?
14.
The
All right.
bully.
All right, I'll let you know what happens on its turn. Skaggy, you're
Critical
up.
bully check.
Skaggy.
And then with the rest of my movement, I move down a little bit more closer to
Okay.
the acid pool.
Okay. All right, Skaggy.
Ay. Okay, well, I'll come 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we go to there. Can I shoot it even though it's wrapped around?
Yeah, you can shoot it.
there.
Yeah, it's much bigger too.
Yeah, I can't imagine what else to do. So, here we go. I will insightfully fight it first.
Go for it.
It has to beat a 10
It failed.
with it. Okay, it's fantastic. So I will get, if I hit, I'll get my sneak attack. And I will not hit. I'm sure with the 7.
7 does not hit.
No, of course not. But
Repositioning, or are you staying there?
I've only got one more space of movement left. I'll just stay where I am.
Okay, we'll go to Eric and then the creature.
I'm gonna just use my action and bonus action to dash all the way over to the slime. The acid.
The acid is the bottom.
Oh, all the way down. Okay, well that's as far as I can go with my my double action is right there.
Okay.
I guess I could probably, if I went that way, it would be more efficient. I'll go like there.
Well, yeah, that's fine. John, Sasori goads this thing or bullies it into into doing what you want, which is to lead it towards that pool. So it will, the arms on this thing retract. It kind of forms back into the tornado, and it'll kind of become more like water. Barrick, it will escape from your grasp automatically. It's not going to do any damage to you on this turn. It's going to leave. And it is going to head right towards Sasori. 5, 10, 15, and as it does, it pulls in cold water, which then neutralizes the hot water anyway. And it sways back and forth through the empty pool, the cold water, and it'll go down here and it'll start to pick up the wine. And now wine is being siphoned into the tornado. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It'll go right to here. John, it's going to attack you.
Yeah.
With a slam.
I wish I used all my movement. I didn't think it would move that far. I had tons left.
No, you made it. You made it really incentivized to move.
Let's do it.
What's your armor class right now?
When I am dual wielding, 17.
All right, it's gonna hit you. You're gonna take 19 bludgeoning damage.
Oof. All right.
It attacks you again with a 26 for 11 bludgeoning. And that's its turn. All right. We go to next up would be Hyro, and then Sable, and then Barrick.
Arrow goes there, and he's going to throw a firebolt at it.
Oh, and Sasori. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Not 20, baby.
Is it really?
Oh, well
Yep.
done.
Nice. Excellent. You notice when it hits you, you first you taste maybe like blood, right, forming in your mouth, but then you also taste some sweet, sweet wine.
Mm.
It's delicious, and you want more of it, but you can resist it if you choose to. We go to Hieronymus. You move to where?
Where he currently is, and I roll a 16 to hit
That'll hit.
for 8 damage.
Okay, excellent.
Is it like really, really alcoholic wine? Like would
Yes.
it catch on fire?
It is. It's strong. Very
What's
strong.
the proof?
Not
Is it
while
like
I'm in it.
80
High
proof
proof?
wine?
No,
Are we talking like 151 or?
that'd be something else.
fortified.
Pyro is good. We go to Sable. She will follow suit, and she'll do the same thing. She'll take another shot at it, and then we go to Barrack.
I'll like reach up and try to hold her hand.
I didn't skip Eric Lavernus, did I?
No, I'm after Skeggy. I just did a double move on mine. That was it.
Gotcha. Okay. She will hit and connect for a total of 6 with her firebolt, as she kind of just again is doing the same thing as you, just kind of skirting around the edges here, trying to pepper it with shots. We go to Barrack.
All right, yeah, I get down to here and I throw a bonfire right behind it, but not damaging it.
Oh, okay, to kind of prevent it from
Yeah,
going
heard it.
backwards. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so bonfire right here. Gotcha.
Actually, Eric, just thinking about it, I might not move directly next to you,
I appreciate that.
so that it at least has to make a decision between us.
True.
I don't think I've attacked you yet, for what it's worth. So you can stand right next to me. I don't think I'm.
Well, I don't want to pull you into that.
That's okay. I'm in pretty good shape.
Mohag is like Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park, and he sees what you did, so he goes down here and he's like, "Yeah, you got to make a choice, one of us," and he stands right between both of you. Okay, that's Mohag. We go to Sasori.
So I'm going to attack him with my Venom Dagger. $18 to hit.
18, nice, you hit. No poison, but the rest will go through.
Nice, another 18.
18. This thing looks like it is wearing down. It's starting to lose its vortex. Some of the water has been spilled. Water's been spilled on this day. And it is starting to puddle around the floor. It's starting to lose its shape and consistency.
Oh,
you guys
no.
have done a lot of damage to it.
Yeah.
Wait, someone heal it a little bit.
Well, I think we just need to stop hitting it.
Yeah, well,
So we can keep goading it without doing damage to it.
the only reason I hit it was so it wouldn't take an opportunity attack on me.
Okay.
Maybe I
Alright, now
should
you
have.
may move.
Maybe I should have used a non-magical weapon.
Just so you know,
Uh,
I'm saying it's like the equivalent of being bloodied.
Yep.
It's like half health, yeah. So we got
Beyond it, though. It's
Oh.
beyond half health now.
time. Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go this way away from all my friends, and go down towards the acid key while like patting my butt and saying, "You will never get this. You will never get this."
My wife.
My wife.
My wife. But one day, he break out his cage and
All right, next up would be Skeggy.
Okay, well, I'll move to there.
I guess like
And there's a bonfire right here.
Okay.
I didn't draw it, but
I guess I'll shoot it. I'm boring. I really don't know what else to do.
I think you're swell.
Well, I'm glad you do. 16.
You hit.
Okay, I still insightfully fought him, so I get my sneak attack. So 20 piercing
Cool.
times whatever multiple I'm eating.
Yep. Okay, great. And then staying there or relocating?
I'll come a couple more. Wait, hold it. I still got a bonus action. I'll go ahead and dash a couple more spaces, but I don't want to get next to it.
Okay. Well, there's a bonfire in between you and it, so
Okay.
you should be okay.
So I'll come one more.
All right. Next up will be Eric and then the creature.
All right. I'm going to move my 30 feet of movement right next to. Oops, I'm doing my 30 feet movement next to Sasori,
Mhm.
and then I will use a second level cure wounds on him. Right, cure wounds is the right one. Yeah, cure wounds.
Great.
thank you.
Yeah, you bet. That's
Just call out what,
14 points of healing.
Perfect.
Sweet.
The creature
the
will
second healing spell he cast.
It's maybe the only healing spell I've ever cast as a cleric in my entire life, so don't get used to it.
The creature picks up more wine and then eventually pulls up some of the green slime, and all this is swirling around in the muck. And it's going to continue further down towards Sasori. 1, 2, 3.
Bob, I just
4.
realized if I cast a spell, I couldn't have double moved.
Okay, 7. Sorry, can't go there. It'll double move and picks up some of the murky gray syrup and a tiny bit of the acid as well as it sways through the pools. And it's going to end its move in front of both of you at the bottom here, Eric and Sasori.
I've never attacked it. Get away from me.
Okay, that's the end of its turn. It double moved. We go to Hyro.
Hyro's gonna throw a firebolt at it. 18 for boom. 9 damage.
Whew. Okay, creature gets rattled again.
I'll look at her and I'll flex.
And then she says, "You fool. We're degrading it. Don't you see what they're doing?"
It's fine.
It's not fine. We needed to... do you see what he's trying to do? That's Sasori. He's the smart one.
She's as dumb as Mohag?
She's like, Sasori must be
Incredible.
the leader of this group. And she moves over to get a better vantage point. And she says, "Look." And she whispers to you, Hieronymus. She says, "He's trying to lure it to the acid pool.
It just
Don't-
touched it and nothing happened.
It siphoned some of the water out. Look." And she'll drag you over by your ear. And she says, "See?" And you can see some of the acid is siphoning up into the typhoon.
Oh.
And she will choose not to attack. We go
Hyro-
to...
Hyro
Oh, go
kind
ahead,
of purrs as she pulls his ear.
like a cat.
Yeah.
Did you say purrs, by the way?
Barrack is up. Barrack is up.
He's like,
Barrack is up.
Barrack
If you
wants
look
to
closely,
run
gnomes-
away from
gnomes
the
have vertical
situation as
slit
quickly as
pupils.
possible. But also kind of raises an eyebrow at Hieronymus getting a little 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna drop a fire right like here.
The diagonal? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even one in from it.
Okay.
I
Try
can
to
mark it.
just try
I'll
to just
mark
keep
it.
it central. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we go to top of the order here, Mohag. Mohag's like, "That's it. I'm going in," he says to Barrack. He grabs his axe. "I'm gonna kill it."
Can I
Mohag,
just stick out my foot, Bob? Can I just stick out my foot and
Yeah, you want to do it? Yeah, you want to do it?
yeah?
he falls into the murky gray syrup.
He falls into the murky gray syrup. Mohag
Oh,
is
Mohag! Watch that rock, friend.
he's flailing. He wouldn't have expected your betrayal, so he falls into it immediately, and he
Wow.
starts flailing. He can't breathe. He's like, "Can't breathe."
All right.
Can somebody roll me a Constitution saving throw for Mohag?
I'd love to.
That's you, Tim.
No, yeah, Tim should keep going.
Darn, I was hoping anyone else would do it. I feel like I've been okay, Mohag. Let's see what you got here. 11 on the dice for Mohag.
He does get my +3.
He gets 14 on the dice for Mohag.
Okay. We'll see. He looks like he's drowning in syrup.
He's so close. You tripped him, and he gets your benefit.
I don't know. I think maybe you're dipping back over towards chaos now there, Barrack.
He said I'm gonna run to kill it, and I just it's too easy.
We go to Sasori. Sasori.
Sasori's gonna kind of try to do something a little.
A little
No,
crazy here.
I was gonna say a little dumb, and I was gonna try to jump 10 feet. Now, I think that's really easy, especially considering I'm a half elf and I'm pretty tall.
I believe you automatically can, actually, though it is a standing jump. So that's a little harder. I forget the distance for standing jumps.
Well, having a -1/9 strength is a little scary right now,
yeah.
thanks to this that other creature. But I have inspiration points.
You can
Let's go
jump,
for it.
according to the rules here, you can jump a long jump. You can make a long jump. You cover a number of feet equal to your strength score. If you move
Wait.
at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing jump, you can only move half that distance.
So thanks to the creature in the other room who sat my strength, it seems like this jump is impossible.
That's so
Now-
funny, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of perfect.
4.5 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a long step.
Yeah. Truly,
A standing broad jump is not easy.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I'm a lot older now, but there was certainly a time where I would get much higher than 10 feet. I think all of us would. So it's 10 feet no matter what, even though it's like the bottom part of the
Yeah.
circle,
Now, if you want to
right?
make like an athletics check to try to jump across something, I can give you a DC and you can do it.
I think I'm just going to attack it with my non-magical rapier and try to run in the other direction.
Okay. You can also just disengage, can't you?
Yeah, I guess I can disengage.
It's up to you,
You're right.
but
I don't
I-
need the dash action.
Like-
That's true.
What
I
if
don't
you were
need
to
the
run
dash.
over here?
That's what I'm trying to do. I was trying to jump over there. But yeah, I'm going to bonus action, disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Well, you don't have to jump the pool at its widest point. You can hug the wall.
That's what I was asking before, but it's just, this is easier. It is safer.
So you would move twice.
No, I don't need to for that. I have my 30 feet of movement.
Where are you moving from? Here to where?
Yep. And just to where I am currently.
Show me
So
your
like
route.
I went.
Show me your route. Because you can't move through the creature.
Oh.
Can he run along the edge of the pool? Here?
Give me an acrobatics check. See if you can hug the edge.
You're a
Could be-
rogue with
That's what I'm saying. So
inspiration.
I'm like stuck. So if I attack it with my non-magical rapier, then I can bonus action dash and I can get around it without it being a problem.
Okay, go for it.
But I don't know. It might be more fun to roll acrobatics. Let's roll some acrobatics.
Okay.
Gotta see it. Gotta earn it.
Or die in the acid.
Ooh,
A dirty,
Today.
dirty 20.
man, Simone Biles.
Yeah,
Sasori
seriously.
Biles.
So sorry, Biles. You get around the acid pool. You're on the rim there. You disengaged, and you're on the other side now.
Very Elvin.
The next person is Skeggy, then Eric.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
Mohag's like, help me.
yeah. I'm working on that. Can I take the rope of climbing that I'm still carrying?
Sure.
And I'm going to kind of fling it at Mohag, and I'm going to utter the command word to have it tie around his wrist.
It will.
Okay, so now I'm holding the rope, and he's tied. The other end's tied around his wrist, and I think that I have done all my actions.
Mohag is like, what's the horse? Artax? What is it? In
Oh.
Never-ending Story?
What?
God.
it's
God.
just never ending story.
Yeah. Mohag's like the horse, and you're like the boy pulling him out.
Yeah. Except I'm really old and feeble.
And we're not as sad about Mohag.
Y'all are mean.
And then we go to Eric Lavernus. Eric.
Am I still, like, based on my best judgment, is this creature still ignoring me? I haven't done damage to it.
It's looking to go after Sasori.
Okay, great. I'm gonna back up the other way then, and just let them go that way.
Okay.
Sasori's
Disengaging
the
or
perfect place right now. No, I will not engage. If it's going after Sasori, keep going that way. And once it's in that,
Right, so you're
once it's
disengaging.
sucking up that, can I hold an action once it's
You-
in the acid?
You can, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to do that, please.
Okay. To do what? To attack it or?
To attack with a spell, yeah.
Okay. The creature then moves. I don't know why Mohag moved, but the creature moves. and it hovers over the pool, and you can see the acidic water start to circulate into the typhoon, and it's hovering right there, so it's drawing most of the liquid out. It's going to attack you, Sasori.
All right. Nothing
Find
I
out if
can
this
do.
is a good idea or not.
17.
That ties my AC.
11 bludgeoning. Second attack. 16 does not hit. But the water now has integrated with the tornado, and the water is drawn out, and it doesn't seem acidic, right? Because when the water left, it wasn't acidic. So the water is now out of the basin, and you can see the brass key at the bottom. It
Does
is
that trigger my action? Can I
empty.
now attack it?
Go for it.
Yes! We're gonna get it with a second level guiding bolt.
Go for
See
it.
if this works. Come on, baby. Maybe not. 17 to hit?
You hit.
Okay, 17 to hit. 22 damage.
And it explodes, and all of the liquids, the wine, the slime, the water, the whatever we pulled in, the magical shimmering water, it all just explodes and cascades around the outside of the pool and all over Sasori, but nothing is that concentrated enough to do any of its effects on you any
Other
longer.
than
The
getting
creature is
wet.
destroyed, and the pool is empty.
Yes!
Nice work, everybody.
Well done.
Well done.
I'll yank.
Great idea, Sasori.
That wasn't. Sasori had no idea. What,
The combat
our
is
friend out
over.
of the pool.
Mohag climbs out of the slime. Mohag looks at Barrack in just like this incredulous look, like you just you just basically betrayed him, stabbed him in the back.
There's no way he saw what I did to him.
You tripped him. He put your foot out and he tripped over it. He knows
He
what happened.
was running blindly with an axe up in the air.
He
call
has-
baloney.
he has eyes.
I will take a stealth roll on that any day.
He has eyes, and he says actually I shouldn't say he says. He gets up, he goes to like try to grab for his axe, but he flails. He's covered in this like goo, this syrup, and he like swings you don't have to dodge it. He swings his fist at you in anger, but he can't do much. He falls to the ground. He like is breathing heavy. He just looks up into the sky.
Is he dying?
He doesn't look good.
Lean down and give him a few lay on hands and say, "So Bob, I don't get a stealth roll. There's no way I can just."
Oh
have
no,
a-
he saw
Lord,
you.
apologize. Oh my God,
It's
that was
just
an
a-
accident.
Just a dice rolling game. Why
I
would
thought
I
it
do
was-
that?
I
He
thought it
saw
was
you.
my turn.
Oh no, he saw you.
I'll give him just a few lay on hands and say, "My friend, we needed to get it over the right pool before you killed it. You
How
had
many-
the look of murder in your eyes. You were certainly going to end that creature's life."
Because you're so strong. That would be easy for you.
Give
Exactly.
me a
What's the story
persuasion check.
Can I cast guidance? Oh, no,
say? Wait,
I'm not.
I don't get a stealth check, but I have to persuade him of this?
Certainly.
Oh.
Can I persuade him? Wait, I'm the one who said it.
No. But you also didn't try to do it stealthily, right? When you said it, you were like, I put my foot out to trip him.
I guess if he's sprinting at it, I was thinking definitely this was like a stealthy move, but
You're very
an
persuasive.
18.
An 18. He doesn't really respond, though. He's breathing heavily, eyes up into the air. I mean, you said what you had to say, and it is the truth. So he's just like kind of out of it, dazed, breathing heavy.
I gave him a few points.
Yeah, that he actually was missing some hit points. So how many points? 2?
3.
3. So I'll add that to his. But he was down some hit points. But this isn't hit point damage.
Okay.
So he's just breathing heavily, looking up in the air, covered in syrup. We're gonna go out of combat. All right. So Sable comes over, looks down in the acid pool that's empty now, and she looks to Sasori and she says, "Well, it was your idea. Would you like to do the honors?"
And I look to everyone in the group and I bow. The honors? What?
Getting the key. You lured the creature to the acid pool, did you not?
Of course. How else was I supposed to get the key, and I jump down and grab it.
You
You
hop
know,
down
'cause you're
into
the
the
leader.
pool.
Do what leaders do.
Yeah, that's right. You hop down into the pool. You grab the key. You hold it up. Seems like a mundane brass key. You hop back out. She says, "Now come. We must go to Rogan's room."
For every key, there is a hole, right?
And I am certain Rogan's room is where this key will be used. I just know it.
I'll look up at Barrack and I'll go, Helios, help me drag him into the cooled water. We got to wash him off. So, and I'm pulling the rope. I'm not going to touch him with that gray slime on him. And I'm dragging Mohag up to Pool E,
Sure.
which is just cold, non-magical water, as
Yep.
far as we know.
Yep. You hose him down, and
We're going to dunk him in there.
Yeah.
It'll take a lot longer for me to do it with my strength 6 than if Barrack helps me.
Barrack, do you
I'll
give him
help out.
you give him a sponge bath?
We pull the rope to the opposite side and dunk him in it.
I would like
And
to dunk
then
him
yank him
also
out.
and yell at, "We baptize you in the waters of Lake Minnetonka."
Did
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
did anybody search for like secret doors,
I checked the one empty.
like around the walls in the room?
No, nobody did.
No.
We should probably do that before we leave the room.
It's a lot
Is
of
your
walls
detect
here.
magic still popping off? Oh, that won't really help, I guess, for that. But
That wouldn't really help for secret doors.
we need
Hyrule will start scanning for secret doors, looking around.
we need a dwarf with stone cunning to have
Give me a
advantage.
perception check.
I don't think stone cutting is even a thing anymore.
It is. It's in
Is
the dwarven ability.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
it's in 5.5 or whatever the new one is, but
Oh,
that's
well,
not
I'm
really out yet. So
playing
No,
that.
we're not playing that.
Okay.
Not yet.
Well, if it's a dwarven thing,
I like
then-
some of the spell changes. I'd be happy to
Hyrule
have a
got an
conversation
11.
about that.
For perception.
Yeah, you don't see anything. Sable, though, will look at Sasori and say, "Come, bring the key. We don't have much time to spare. I'm sure the shadow creature will be back."
All right, I follow along, but I am limping hardcore.
And so is Mohag. Mohag gets washed of the syrup. However, Mohag is huffing and puffing. He seems to be really out of it. And mechanically, he is going to have plenty of disadvantages in the game right now. I'm not going to go through all of it, but he doesn't look healthy one bit. So,
And it's not just like wounds that giving him healing.
correct. He also
would help.
has been silent since he's come back to like consciousness somewhat, and has not looked towards Barrack's direction.
Looking at him, like,
Okay.
yes, he's injured, and yes, he's clearly like put off by everything going on. Is he like physically in need of like healing?
No, he doesn't need hit points.
He just needs a little pat in the back.
I look
I'll
at
go by and I'll
Hieronymus and-
do that, and I'll say,
He
"Hey, buddy,
needs- He
Say,
needs
good in there.
Finally.
restoration.
He's quiet.
He needs-
gonna be okay, Mohawk."
Finally, he's
Okay.
quiet.
Wow, Barrack. I
Does every-
really didn't know you had this much hostility towards him.
Okay,
this-
I pulled him out, and what is the first thing he did, Bob? What did he do when I pulled
he
him
tried
out?
to punch you.
He ran away. I pulled him out of the vortex of water, and Mohag ran 60 feet.
That's true.
He's been running and leaving me at the front lines, left and right, throughout
That's
this
true.
dungeon. I'm actually not too pumped with Mohag.
That is true. Yeah, no, this is great. I love it. So Sable says, "Come, we don't have much time." Does everybody follow her into Rogan's room?
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Sure.
The group heads out, marching towards Rogan's room, and this is where we're going to pause for tonight. Thank you for watching. What a great session, and very clever, John. I would give you props for that. Very clever. Sasori, sometimes even a broken clock is right twice a day. So,
Blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
that's right. Great job, all of you tonight. Some really good role playing and a fun little sequence of events here with the pools. And you got the key. More to come next week, and stay tuned for more announcements on Vecna, Eve of Ruin. We'll be back for the finale next week. Who knows what's in Rogan's room and elsewhere in this crazy fortress of Quascaton. We'll see you. Have a good night, and see you on the tabletop.
Night, everyone.
Everybody.
Good night.
Night.